but it's pretty cool, all right? And if you don't know how to do that, you can help your customers with that, because this is, you know, why would I want to do this? Well, I don't care if it's a manufacturing company, healthcare, depending on who you're trying to reach, as long as it's in their bio, they're going to come up. And I think that's some pretty good targeted marketing that we can get by using advanced search features. There's another thing called followerwalk.com. I did not brand this thing. I didn't give it its name, but that's what they call this. Same thing. And it's, I don't know, it gives you a little bit more results of how active they were, followers, tweets, stuff like that. So why should you take YouTube seriously if you're not doing that today for yourself and your customers? It is the #2 search engine, right? Why in your content strategy? I think it's easier sometimes to consume. Some people like to watch videos versus reading a 5-page bulletin or something. Making videos, they're in reach of you too, right? So, I brought this out. Anybody who's made a video using a Bloggy before? You know what a Bloggy is? Right? Little HD camera, right? So, you can also make a video with our phone. And I see a lot of big brands not hiring the $250,000 team to come in and do the video photography, because a lot of these videos are casual today. Does anybody make casual? I see you nod your head. Casual video, because it's relatable. It humanizes our brand, something that we can relate to, right? So, who's made a video here using this before? No? Has anybody made a video for their? So way in the back there on your business, did you make a video welcoming people to your site or whatever, telling them what they can get from your business? So? No. No? It's really easy to make one. Right? Use your camera, put one up there, and then you can embed it on YouTube. Then you can embed that YouTube video on your homepage. It'll help your SEO, be part of your inbound, and certainly part of your content strategy, right? I can tell you don't want to make one, so I want to ask you. But yesterday we had right up front, remember, he's like, I'll make the video. But they're really easy to make, right? You want to make a video? All right, she's back. She's going to make it. So we're going to show you how easy it is to make a video. And then, are you ready? All I want you to do, Crystal, is tell me about you and then your business, and I'm going to be your little reporter. All right? You ready? Hi, it's John Foley, and I'm here today with Crystal Coleman. Crystal, why don't you tell me a little bit about you and how your business helps other businesses?
Hi, I'm part of the printing community that locally and all the variations,
Do you have fun here?
I do.
All right, great. How long have you been here?
14 months.
All right, well, thanks for doing this video with me.
Sure.
All right, have a great day.
Bye.
So, you know, as you work with your customers or your own business, how easy it is to make videos like that of all your team. You know, on our Grow Socially site, you should be able to interact or see all the team that we have there. We make little videos, we take pictures, right? But YouTube, if you're not doing these things on a consistent basis and your competitors are, I mean, you gotta have the keywords right and all that. They're gonna be found on Google before you, and I don't want that to happen. Or if you're doing this for your customers. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, I love YouTube. Tips for success: you want to have a variety of content, make sure you humanize. It's not that hard to experiment with stuff, especially when I'm loaded with a room of marketers. It's not hard to make some good videos. Pinterest, hype or not? I don't think it's hype at all. I think it really is a good way to visually tell the story of your brand on a consistent basis, right? Here we are at Grow Socially. If you had went there, you'd probably know after the first 2 pages where we're from, right? Right? So we got a little Boston Strong stuff there. We have, here's a Western Envelopes. They got their brand. Same thing that you can do for help your customers or your own brand. And one of the things we want to move along here with is, no matter what you do, Facebook is just a tactic in a marketing strategy, right? And if you go, when you have your plan, when you get to each tactic, make sure you can define the goal and the key steps. Fair enough? So the goal is I want to increase awareness of services and generate leads. I want to post once a day. I'm going to do a custom tab for something. This will all change for you, right? But you want to have some kind of plan, and you can use that as an outline. Never forget here that your website is home base. So people come to your website, and then you also send them to your website, Everybody has their, if you're on social media, you all have your social badge up top, right? If you don't, you're going to go back. What are you hiding from? I love the companies that have their social down here like it's a big secret. No. I want you to connect with me. I want it right up in front. So when you do this, you want to think of that. Inbound marketing is what we're going to talk about now because I got it set up, I think, pretty good based on all this content. The idea of generating inquiries and leads, bring them through this thing here called the sales funnel. Right? So, I was going to ask, did anybody know what inbound marketing is before I start? I know I sat at some tables, but anybody have an idea what it is? How about we start with outbound marketing? Everybody know what outbound marketing is? All right, are you mad at me? All right. Outbound marketing, you've been around it forever, right? We might mail some stuff out. We might send out some magazines. Outbound, right? And people, we tell them about all this stuff, TV, broadcast, radio, you're on board here, right? So we send all this information out in traditional marketing methods. Inbound is really about a strategy of sharing relevant content to attract prospects and customers. All right? So we're going to go through this whole inbound marketing strategy. Inbound marketing works extremely well when we have useful information to share, like something that's relevant, or educational, or inviting. So we're not just sharing, you can see people posting on Twitter information that's not relevant to the target audience that want to do business with me. That's not a good inbound marketing strategy. We need a good content marketing strategy where we develop things that will be interesting to our target audience. Does this make sense? I know we call them e-papers maybe in the e-world. White papers are still effective, e-papers. Does everybody know? Let me tell you what a white paper is. It's a short informational source of some kind of information. It could be technical, it could be just informative, and we call them white papers in the old days 5 years ago. Now we call them e-papers maybe, right? But we write content that would be relevant. So let me give you an example. I'll pick on Xerox again. Susan Weiss is a friend of mine. If you get the message here, I'm trying to help them in their marketing efforts. And they asked me to speak in their webinar, and I told her, I said, I'm not going to come speak to 50 people that come to your webinar. She goes, well, we're trying to do a better job. I said, well, Sue, what do you're talking about a subject matter that you've never shared contact before, so you're just kind of spraying out and hoping people will come. What if we had a good content strategy where we shared information about mobile marketing? So think about my content strategy. I have the book thing. Maybe I want you to come buy the book. But before you buy the book, I'm going to do all this content stuff first. I'm going to do some infographics. Does everybody know what an infographic is? All right, what's an infographic?
Infographic. Larry Davis, artist at JH Specialty.
Okay, thank you.
Infographic basically has graphics which tell a story, lead you down a path.
Easy to digest, it isn't a bunch of text.
Right.
Another piece of content. But I could develop content about mobile marketing, how many phones there are, how everybody sleeps with their phone, because we all sleep with our phone, right? Yes, we do. But who said no?
No.
Okay. How far away is it? How far away is it?
Well, I'm not sleeping, but it's in my purse.
Is your purse close to you?
Yeah.
How far?
But my phone does not stay in my room with me when I sleep.
Wow, never calling you for an emergency. I'm telling you right now, the majority here sleep with the phone. It's only this far away. But my point in the mobile, we could have a nice infographic about how many people use phones, do all this stuff. I could do a video on mobile marketing. I can do all these things on mobile marketing and put it out, and then let you come back, read it, download my e-newsletter, learn more about mobile marketing. And then at the very end, when I do a mobile marketing webinar, a lot of people will come because I've only shared information that would be relevant to them. Right? That was my phone, wasn't it? Well, I'm still online here. Let's see. All right, I'll call back. I don't want to take a call now. But anyways, my point there was when I talked to Susan Weiss about this, and those 50 that attended, 40 of them were their sales reps. I said in a good content strategy, you want to develop your audience by sharing content, let them engage with you, and then when you do the next thing, they'll be ready. Because it's relevant, it's targeted information. So I developed this thing called the Content Engine Grid.